Ever wonder what flight attendants really think of you? Not what they say. What they actually think when you step on board with your triple shot latte and roller bag that barely fits the aisle. Welcome to Jet Savvy, where we help you master the art of effortless travel. Behind that calm smile, that polite tone asking if you want pretzels or peanuts, that perfect balance through turbulence, there's a list. A mental list they build throughout every flight. A list of things passengers do. That quietly, consistently, drive them absolutely bonkers. And no one is exempt. Not the business traveler who thinks they've seen it all. Not the mom juggling kids and toys. Not the college student flying solo for the first time. If you've ever flown more than twice, odds are you've ended up on the list at least once. So if you've caught a glance from the galley and thought, was that about me? It probably was. These are the 17 things flight attendants secretly hate, and exactly how not to be that passenger. Let's start with something that happens before the plane even leaves the gate. The boarding line inches forward. You're next in line to slide into your row. Then someone suddenly cuts into the bathroom like it's a Black Friday deal. Now here's what most people don't know. Boarding isn't just a casual stroll to your seat. It's a timed, orchestrated process. A delay of just 2 minutes during boarding can push back the entire flight. And if you think popping into the bathroom doesn't affect anyone, think again. You just blocked the aisle, delayed the head count, and potentially made the plane miss its takeoff slot. And here's the kicker. The bathroom during boarding, usually still being cleaned and stocked. So congratulations. You just interrupted someone else's work and stepped onto a slippery floor covered in cleaning fluid. Not to mention, if the pilot gets takeoff clearance and you're still in the bathroom, guess who they have to wait for? Everyone's eyes on you. And they're not smiling. The fix is easy. Use the terminal restroom. It's bigger, it's cleaner, and nobody is waiting behind you with their carry-on digging into their shoulder blades. Now let's move on to something subtler. That flight attendant who smiled at you? They're not flirting, they're working. Smiling is part of their professional toolkit. Being friendly is literally part of their job description. That warm gaze could have just been them thinking about their grocery list or trying to remember if they locked the door before leaving the hotel. Still, every flight, someone treats the drink cart like speed dating on wheels. The corny lines come out. The infamous Mile High Club jokes roll in. And every flight attendant smiles politely while dying a little inside. That bathroom? Barely big enough for one person and a handbag. Not exactly the backdrop for romance. And please, don't hand them your number mid-flight. They've got 180 people to serve, and 3 more legs to fly before they can sit down. If the vibe is real, wait until after landing. Be respectful, and maybe let fate and Tinder sort it out. Now let's talk about recording the crew. We live in an era of instant content. Everything gets filmed, posted, and judged in real time. But filming flight attendants during a disagreement, without their permission, turns a manageable situation into a potential circus. Think about it. You're trying to maintain order, serve drinks, handle turbulence, and suddenly someone is pointing a phone at you like it's an episode of Airplane Courtroom. Tensions go up, professionalism goes down, and suddenly, everyone's on edge. If you have a real complaint, document it after the flight. Most airlines have proper channels, and they do follow up. But the aisle isn't the place to build your brand or grab views at someone else's expense. And if you're going to film yourself eating that stroopwafel or admiring the view from 38,000 feet. Leave the crew out of your content. Let's move on to a classic, the overhead bag. You brought it. You lift it. Flight attendants are not required or trained to lift heavy bags. And no, telling them it's mostly hoodies doesn't make it better. These bags get heavier every year, thanks to people trying to dodge checked bag fees. One flight attendant told us. They once had a passenger try to lift a bag full of power tools. Yes, tools on a commercial flight. Multiply that by several passengers per flight. And now you've got a crew member icing their shoulder before the next departure. If you truly can't lift it, ask politely. But don't just stand there staring like you're waiting for a bellhop. Pack smart. Check the bag. Or skip the dumbbells when packing. Next up, the headphone stall. The drink cart is coming. You're watching a movie, and the flight attendant is standing there, waiting for you to acknowledge reality. Service runs on a tight clock. Delays mean someone misses their snack, or has to chug lukewarm coffee during turbulence. Just look up. Remove one earbud. Answer. Done. And if you don't want anything, a quick shake of the head is fine. It's not a date. It's not a job interview. It's just drink service. Then there's the safety demo, the part of the flight most people ignore. But here's a harsh truth. If something goes wrong, those 2 minutes might be the most important of your day. Even frequent flyers should pay attention. Airlines change layouts, emergency exits shift, and protocols get updated. Also, flight attendants notice when you ignore it, and while they won't call you out, they're silently keeping track. So make eye contact. Pretend to care. Actually care. It's 2 minutes. That could keep you safe. Let's talk turbulence. If the crew is buckled, you should be too. No exceptions. Getting up during turbulence. To grab your book, your lotion, your bag of chips is a terrible idea. One flight attendant told us they once saw someone fall, knock over a drink cart, and trigger a domino effect that ended with 3 soaked passengers and an emergency cleanup. Unless it's a true emergency. Sit tight. Wait it out. Stretch later. The call button. Another source of secret fury. It's there for a reason. Water. Medical concerns. Unusual situations. But when you press it every 10 minutes, because you want a cookie, or you're cold, or you want to switch seats, you are now that passenger. And yes, crew members keep mental notes. You might find that the button suddenly works. A lot slower. Use it with purpose. That's all they ask. Let's talk food decisions. You've had the menu for an hour, now it's go time, and you freeze. Like, this is a Michelin star tasting menu. There are 2 options, maybe 3. Pick one, or let them surprise you. The sigh you hear? That's not the engine. That's the crew's soul trying to stay in their body. Now on to cleanup etiquette. When the trash bag comes down the aisle, don't pretend it doesn't exist. And please, do not shove wrappers and tissues into the seat pocket. That pocket isn't magical. It doesn't teleport trash to a different dimension. Flight attendants often have minutes to turn a plane around, and every candy wrapper left behind slows that down. Clean up. Hand it over. Move on. Next, diaper duty. Changing a diaper on a tray table is not just gross, it's a biohazard. There's a reason planes have changing tables. They're small, yes, but they exist. Use them. And never, ever, hand a used diaper to the crew during meal service. Wrap it, bag it, toss it where it belongs. Let's cover personal space. Grabbing flight attendants to get their attention is never okay. Not on the shoulder. Not on the elbow. Not ever. They're carrying trays. Hot drinks. Navigating turbulence. Tap with your voice, not your hands. You're not invisible. They'll see you. Just give them a second. As we land, your seat should be upright, tray table stowed, and belongings secured. If you pretend to sleep, to avoid doing it, you're not fooling anyone. Flight attendants see through that move instantly. They'll still tap you. And now it's awkward for everyone. Last, leaving your row like a toddler's birthday aftermath. Used tissues, empty snack bags, crumbs, footprint on the tray table. Just why? No one expects you to vacuum, but basic courtesy helps. Tidy your seat, hand over trash, and don't treat the cabin like a dumpster with seatbelts. Those are the 17 things flight attendants secretly hate, and how to avoid joining the list. Flying doesn't have to be a nightmare. It's not hard to be a decent human. Respect the crew, respect your fellow travelers, and leave the tuna salad at home. if you had a few laughs, or a few moments of guilt. Hit that subscribe button. Share this with the travel buddy who stacks cups like Jenga, or the one who treats the call button like a game show buzzer. Thanks for watching Jet Savvy, where we help you master the art of effortless travel. Fly smart, fly kind, and seriously, no tuna.